Hi, good morning, everyone. Thanks for attending last time's session. We had so much of great feedback. I hope all of you have been reading labels like you learned it the last time. Uh, as you can see, how many of you have watched The Grinch Who Stole Christmas? How many of you have watched this movie? And if anyone wants to quickly raise their hands or put it in the chat box, what's the one lesson that you learned from this movie, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas? Anyone? Anyone? You can type it in the box. You can raise your hand. What's the one lesson that touched your heart? It could be funny, it could be sad, it could be happy. Okay, share the experience. Okay, Samantha says never steal. Okay, any other lessons that you learn? Everyone deserves happiness. Beautiful. Kindness can change someone's heart. Arav, yes, that was my favorite message as well. Do you remember towards the end of The Grinch, where his small little heart expanded 3 times the size because he got kindness from everyone who gave him forgiveness? That was mine. Yes, and Christmas is great. Of course, that's my favorite time of the year as well. Anyway, kids, what we're going to do today is we're going to learn the art of meditation. I know it sounds boring. It sounds very, very boring to meditate. Some of you will see your mummies and daddies doing that, but we're going to learn a fun way of meditating today. Okay, it's a really fun and easy way. And when we feel sad, or when we feel like there's too many thoughts in our head, or we feel unhappy, or we're missing someone, or we're feeling angry, or we don't feel like doing our homework, or we don't feel like playing, okay, that's the time we're going to learn to do something which can make us feel good. Have you ever imagined, just put your hand on your head, okay? You have a head. Some of you will have a big head, some of us a small head, doesn't matter. Okay, look at the size of your head. Now, can you imagine how many thoughts go into your head every single day? If you watch a movie, there are so many thoughts in that 1 or 2 hours. If you're watching a cartoon where it's 30 minutes, there are so many thoughts and pictures and conversations that you're hearing, and all of that goes into our head. Someone said 50,000 thoughts. Yes, and then we're listening to our teachers, we're listening to our parents, we're talking to our friends. In this small little head of us, powerful head of us, there are 80,000 to 90,000 thoughts that go into our head every single day. Those are a lot of thoughts, right? A lot of thoughts. Now, what happens when there are too many thoughts in your head? When there are so many thoughts in our head, what happens? Your thoughts become feelings. Always remember this in life. Your thoughts become feelings. So if I ask you to be angry right now, can any of you be angry? No, first you have to have an angry thought. If I ask all of you to be sad right now, can you become sad? No, first you have to have a sad thought. You have to think of something that makes you sad, or someone has to say something to you that makes you sad. Now, because you have a sad thought, you have a sad feeling. If I ask you to be happy right now, it's the same thing. You got to first have a happy thought. And when you have a happy thought, then you'll have a happy feeling. So if your parents say, hey, we're going for a holiday, we're going to be at the beach for 5 days. Okay, now that becomes a thought. Wow, the beach, I'm traveling. And now you'll have a happy feeling in your body. So always remember, your thoughts become your feelings. Now, out of those 60, 70,000, 80,000, 90,000 thoughts that come into your head, what if a lot of them were sad thoughts? How do you think you would feel? If most of those thoughts were sad, you would be sad. Exactly. If a lot of them were happy, you would feel happy. What if they were angry thoughts? How would that make you feel? Angry. What if they were selfish thoughts? How would that make you feel? Selfish. But now, what do you do with so many thoughts in your head? We can't control all of our thoughts. There are so many thoughts in our head. 50, 60, 70, 80,000. And that's why we are going to learn today the art of meditation. Now, when you think of meditation, what comes to your mind? For me, it's someone sitting cross-legged, lighting a candle, and in deep meditation. What comes to your mind when you think or you hear the word meditation? Peaceful, relaxation. Nice, Eva. Eva's still in a Christmas mood. That's good. I like that. Relaxing, calmness, sleeping. Good. For everyone, it is different. And meditation doesn't have to be strict. A lot of people will tell you when you're meditating, don't think of thoughts. Do you think that's possible? Can you not think of thoughts? If I'm telling everyone now, don't think of the color orange. No one thinks of the color orange. What is the color you're thinking of right now? Orange. You can't tell anyone not to think thoughts. Thoughts are going to be in your head. So meditation is not about you not thinking of thoughts. We're going to learn a simple way of feeling calm, a simple way of feeling happy, a simple way of feeling loved, a simple way of feeling healthy, a simple way of feeling safe. And I want to introduce a word to you today that you may have heard of, but I want to understand what your meaning of that word is: abundance. Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of abundance? Or when you hear the word abundance, what does it mean? A lot, very good. Plenty, very good. Infinite, a lot of something. Excellent answers. Very, very nice answers. Now, let me explain to you, okay, why abundance makes us feel happy. Okay, you can have one toy or you can have 10 toys. Okay, that one toy can be a toy that you really love and it makes you happy. You feel abundant. It's enough. You may have 10 toys that are broken and you don't like them. Will you feel abundant? Will you feel abundant? No. So abundance is not about how much you have. It's about what you make out of what you have. Like, look at nature. Don't we have an abundance of air? Oxygen that we breathe every day? Sometimes our hearts can have an abundance of goodness. Sometimes our hearts can have an abundance of selfishness. But when we are aware, we know what changes to make because we're all human beings. We're all human beings. And as you grow up, you will have angry thoughts. You will have sad thoughts. You will have jealous thoughts. You will have selfish thoughts. You will have happy thoughts. You'll have thoughts of greed that I want to overeat that ice cream. I want to finish the full chocolate cake. You'll have all of these thoughts, and that's okay. We're human beings. We can't pretend that we're not going to have those thoughts. But today, through meditation, we realize and understand which thoughts we should grow and which thoughts we should control. Like if we're feeling selfish and we start thinking too much about selfishness, what are we going to feel? Selfish. But if I'm aware that now I'm feeling a little bit selfish, I don't want to share my Grinch with anyone. But I realize that I can, because if it's making me happy, it can make someone else happy. So I'm going to share it with my daughter. And now I no longer feel selfish. It's the same thing with food. I may say, I don't want to share my food with everyone. And I start to feel selfish and negative. But because I'm aware, I realize that if I share my food with someone, that person will be happy. And now because they're happy, I'm going to feel happy. So the point of meditation is for us to feel all these beautiful emotions and remind us the emotions that make us not feel good, like anger, jealousy, selfishness, that we have to control that. Now, how do you meditate in the most fun way? If any of you have balloons, I want you to get a balloon out right now, or else we're going to learn a very simple balloon meditation today. Okay? Now, what makes the balloon rise? You have a balloon. What makes it rise? How do you blow up a balloon? You blow air into it, right? And if I ask you to make the balloon flat, what do? The air has to come out of the balloon, right? So now what I want all of you to imagine, you have a balloon in your stomach, all right? Put your hands on your stomach. Your fingers can be on your belly button or your navel. And just imagine there's a balloon. It's a flat balloon, okay? Now, how are you going to fill up this balloon in your stomach? How are you going to fill it up? No, by breathing, okay? Now, I'm going to inhale through my nostrils. So I'm going to go, and the air that goes in is going to fill up that balloon. Now, you got your hands on your stomach. I want all of you to inhale through both of your nostrils and tell me what happens to your stomach. Inhale, take a deep breath. As you inhale, your tummy bloats. It comes up. That little balloon is now filled with air. It's an imaginary balloon in your belly. As you inhale, the balloon rises. You can feel your hands come up. And now, as you exhale, as you blow air out of your nostrils, tell me what happens. Tell me what happens. What's happening to your hands? It's going back down again. So you see, you put air into the balloon with your inhale, and as you exhale the air, the balloon went flat again. What you've just done is belly breathing. One of the most powerful ways of breathing that can help you to meditate better. Whenever you're angry, whenever you're sad, I got a small little balloon over here. Okay, just imagine a flat balloon in your stomach. As I inhale, my stomach becomes bigger because the balloon's growing bigger. It's filling with air. And as I exhale through my nostrils, the balloon deflates and my stomach goes back down to normal. This is called balloon breathing. Now, we're going to tie it in with a very simple meditation. Okay, how many of you like roller coasters? How many of you have been on roller coasters? How many of you like them? How many of you are scared of them? How many of you would do the most dangerous roller coaster in the world? Good. I was once on a roller coaster and the person on top puked on me. So I love roller coasters, but I'm scared of people puking on me. I was in a giant wheel as well. And the guy who went above me puked and it landed straight on my head. So I'm not a fan of these things, but I enjoy them. But now what you're going to understand is put your fingers up, put your hands up. All right. We're going to imagine we're on a roller coaster. I just want you to watch me and listen to me. Okay. I got my left hand up. Put your left hand up. Okay. The roller coaster ride is going to start from here. Okay. So I'm going to go up and down. I'm going to go up and down like a roller coaster, up and down, up and down, up and down. Now, what we're going to do with that is, as I go up, I'm going to fill up that balloon in my stomach. So what am I going to be doing? I'm going to inhale. So as I go up the roller coaster, I'm inhaling. And as I go down the roller coaster, I'm going to exhale and make that balloon flat so that my belly goes back down. And then as I go up again, I'm going to inhale and exhale. I'm going to inhale. I'm going to exhale again. And then I'm going to inhale. As you inhale, your stomach's rising. As I exhale, my stomach's coming down. And as I inhale, I'm going to come up again. All right. And we're going to go. We're going to do a longer roller coaster. Okay. Now I want all of you to practice. It's very important that as you go up, you inhale. As you go down the roller coaster, you exhale. Okay. And we're going to add another fun part to this. Okay. So now everyone put your left hand up. Okay. And start going up the roller coaster. Inhale. As you go down, you exhale. As you go up, you inhale. Make sure your tummy is rising. Make sure you're filling the balloon. With every inhale, the balloon is rising. With every exhale, the balloon is getting flat. Okay? So we're going to do up and down at your own pace. Do it slowly. You don't have to do it too fast. Do it really slowly. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. And now I want you to put your right hand up. Okay, and we're going to connect it in a beautiful journey. Okay, now for the right hand, you can start from the little finger. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, your tummy rises, your tummy deflates as you go back down again. As you go up again, inhale. As you go back down again, exhale. Inhale, go down the roller coaster, up again for one last inhale, and then you exhale. Now, you can do this once, you can do this twice. Now we're going to connect the heart to this exercise. Why the heart? What do you feel in your heart? Why is your heart so important for you when it comes to feelings and emotions? Without a heart, we would all be dead because the heart pumps blood to trillions of cells that make up your body. So what does blood carry? The nutrients from the food that you eat and the oxygen from the air that you breathe. So if your heart stops pumping, We can't pump blood that carries food and oxygen to trillions of cells. What's going to happen? Those cells are going to die. What happens when your cells start to die? Then we start to die. That's why our heart is one of the most important vital organs in the human body. But what else goes on in our heart? Tell me, from what else goes on in our heart? What do we feel? We feel love. We feel all the emotions. We feel happiness. How many of you sometimes feel sad in your heart? How many of you could feel angry? Sometimes you feel selfish. Where does kindness come from? Your heart. So all the emotions come from your heart. So it's so important that we look after our heart. Now, today we're going to learn 5 beautiful, powerful statements, sentences that make us feel warm in our heart. When you think of someone you love, what do you feel in your heart? Love. When someone's angry with you, or someone's shouting at you, or you're shouting at someone, or you're getting angry with someone, what do you feel in your heart? You feel anger. Do you like that emotion? How many of you like anger? How many of you like selfishness? How many of you like when someone's not kind to you, or when you're not kind to someone else? How does it make you feel? You don't like it, right? Our heart controls all of our emotions. And that's why when we meditate, we know what we're feeling. Now, what if I'm starting the roller coaster exercise and I'm feeling angry? Now, because I'm focusing, I know I'm angry. But if I keep doing it, inhale and exhale, what am I going to start feeling? I'm going to start feeling calmer. A little boy mentioned when he does the same exercise when he feels angry. And it's the right thing to do. When we feel the negative emotions like anger, selfishness, someone's made us feel sad, someone's not being kind to us, someone said something nasty to us. You can't change that person, can you? Can you change someone? No. But what can you do? You can look after your heart. You got to look after your heart. You can't give this heart to someone else. It's yours. So if people make you angry all the time and you allow them to make you angry all the time, you've given away your heart power. If you allow people to be unkind to you all the time, you've given away your heart power. But you own your heart and you look after it by practicing these beautiful breathings. Now we're going to connect the heart to it. Tina, can you put the slide up, please? All right. Now I just want you all to have a look at these very powerful, very powerful statements. I am happy. I am healthy. I am abundant. I am safe. I am loved. Now, even if you're feeling sad, you got to tell yourself that I am happy. Even when you're sick, you have a cold and a cough, or you have a headache, you can say, I am healthy. When you feel you don't have too much, you can say, I am abundant. Or what you can do is, you can always wake up in the morning saying, I am abundant. I am safe, so that you feel safe throughout the day. And I am loved. All of us like to feel loved. Every human being wants to feel loved. But sometimes, because there are negative thoughts in our head, there are negative emotions in our head, we forget all the things that make us happy, or the people that make us happy. We only focus on sadness. Sometimes when we're sick, we can't think about the days that we were healthy and happy. So we focus only on the sickness. Sometimes we may not get what we want in life. You may not get that toy that you want. You may not get that holiday that you want. And then we feel sad, but you're still abundant because you forget about all the other holidays and all the toys that you have. I am safe in today's world where there's so much of fighting, there's so much of negativity, there's so much of anger. We need to feel safe. So we got to remind ourselves all the time that I am safe. I have my parents, I have my family, my brothers and sisters, my teachers, my friends, my loved ones who can keep me feeling safe. And I am loved. We got to remind ourselves, because sometimes someone can be mean to you. They can tell you, hey, you look ugly. Hey, you're horrible. They can say mean things to you, and then your heart fills with sadness because all you think about are the mean things that people said. But then you got to remind yourself that I am loved, and you got to remember all the people who love you. And when you do that, you start to forget about those one or two or three people who are being mean to you. You stop thinking about the people who are being mean to you, and you start focusing on the people who love you, who care for you. So now I want all of you, okay, to say this in your mind. You can say it out loudly. You can say it in your mind from your heart. I am happy. I am healthy. I am abundant. I am safe. And I am loved. Now we're going to connect the roller coasters together. Okay. Remember the balloon in your stomach. Remember to fill the balloon. We're going to inhale. And to deflate the balloon, we're going to exhale. As we're going up the roller coaster, what do we do? What do we do as we're going up the roller coaster? We are going to inhale. And as we go down, we're going to exhale. Okay? Now let's do it together, and we're going to connect the heart, which is between both our hands, and complete the simple meditation that you can do in the morning or you can do before bedtime. Let's start together. When you meditate, try to keep your back straight. You can sit with your back straight, and now let's go. Inhale, up, exhale, down. Inhale, up, exhale, down. Inhale, up, exhale, down at your own pace. Fill that belly, that balloon. Inhale, deflate that balloon. Exhale. Inhale, up. Now exhale, and I want you to move your hands along your arms straight onto your heart. And then the roller coaster hand, you put it over your hand. And now you are going to repeat, I am happy. Put your hands on your heart, and you're going to feel it. Think of all the things that make you happy, and say, I am happy. Now think of all the things that make you healthy, or when you feel healthy, you have so much energy, you can play, you can jump, you can swim, you can run. I am healthy, and feel that you're healthy. Put your hands on your heart. Now I am abundant. I want toys, I want books, I want holidays, whatever it is, I want love. I am abundant. Feel it. Feel everything that you have in your life that makes you abundant. Now I am safe, and feel safe. And finally, I am loved. Think of everyone who loves you, or one person who loves you. I am loved. And now you're going to get your right hand out, and we're going to move our hand away from our heart back to our little finger. And we are going to inhale up, back on the roller coaster. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, deflate that belly. Inhale, fill up that little balloon in your stomach. Exhale, and the last inhale, up. And exhale. And you've just done your first round of meditation. Now, as you practice this more, you don't have to use your fingers anymore. You can put your hands on your heart, or you can put your hands on your belly, or you can just keep your hands on your legs, on your thighs. And now close your eyes and inhale. As you inhale, your belly goes up. Just focus on that. And as you exhale, your belly goes in. And you can just do 5 counts of that. You don't have to do the roller coaster anymore. But you can practice the roller coaster because it becomes fun. But once you know how to do it, you don't have to do that. You can just inhale and inflate that balloon, exhale and deflate that balloon. And once you've done 5 inhales and 5 exhales, put your hand on your heart and think and say, I am happy. I am healthy. I am abundant. I am safe. And I am loved. Whenever. And that's it. That's all you got to do. So whether you meditated in 1 minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, that's okay. That's absolutely okay. When you feel angry, when you feel selfish, when you feel jealous, when someone's made you sad, or sometimes you're just feeling happy. 2 minutes and do the simple meditation. And sometimes you may have friends who are sad, and you may have friends who are angry. Do you think you can teach this to them? How many of you think you can teach this to your friends? If you practice it and you get perfect at it, of course you can teach it. You can teach what makes you happy, what makes you feel healthy, what makes you feel abundant, safe, and loved. You can teach it to someone else. And when you teach it to someone else, you're going to feel happier because you're sharing. You're using kindness to teach and help someone who's feeling sad and angry. And that's how the world gets better, when we help one another. When we look at people, someone's being mean to someone, if we also start being mean to that same person, what do you think is going to happen? Or we can choose not to be mean to that person, and we can go and give some kindness and love to the person who's being teased, to the person who's being bullied. We can always be different. We don't have to be the same as other people. You see a lot of children today who are all constantly mean and they bully other children. These children are not strong. They're weak. They want attention. They want love. They're not bad children. They're doing bad things, but they want attention and love, so they act strong. They put down other children so that they can feel better about themselves. So always remember that. Always remember that. Well, of course, you can complain to your parents and your teachers because you need to be safe, but understand that that child actually needs love and attention and kindness, which maybe he or she isn't getting. So when you see one child being teased, you don't start teasing that child as well. You be that different child. You be that different kid, and you make a difference in this world. Now, how do you get the strength to do that? Meditation. Roller coaster. If thoughts come into your head, it's okay. Just come back to the up and down, the up and down. That's okay. If you suddenly start off an ice cream or a lollipop or something while you're meditating, that's absolutely okay. Come back to the inhale and exhale. And these 5 powerful statements, which we're going to send you so that you can take a printout and you can put it in your bedroom, you can put it in your classroom if your teacher allows you. But remember, there is magic in inhale and there is magic in exhale. That's how it works. So I want all of you to practice this. I'll go over it one last time. You have 2 hands. You start with the left. Inhale is up the roller coaster. Exhale is down the roller coaster. Inhale is up. Exhale is down. You finish that. You come connect to the heart. You repeat these 5 affirmations. And then you go back down and you start from your right hand, the little finger, up and down, up and down. And that is 1 round of complete meditation. You can do this in the morning. You can do this before you go to bed. And that's your first step towards mindfulness or meditation. So we'll be sharing this document. We got about 5 minutes. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask those questions. You can put it in the chat group, or you can raise your hand and you can ask that question directly. How many times a day can you do this? You can do it once a day. You can do it twice a day. You can do it whenever you feel sad. Sometimes you may not feel like doing it, and that's also okay. That's okay if you don't do it. But remember, anything that you want to get good at in life, whether it's the piano, whether it's football, whether it's dancing, whether it's coding, whether it's reading, what do you think works? Practice. The more you practice something, the better you get. Whatever it is that you want to be in life, you got to practice more of it. So if you want to get better at this, practice it once a day for 1 minute. Practice it when you're angry. Practice it when you're selfish, and that's how it works. Okay, so it's up to you completely when you want to do it. Can this be done at any time in the day? Absolutely, yes. You can do it any time in the day.
Okay, that's another question from Dhruv. Do you do this every day, Luke?
I just answered that. We don't have to do it every day. I do it every day. Some days I don't feel like doing it. I'm lazy. I don't feel like doing it. And maybe that day is not such a good day. And then I remind myself at the end of the day, I'm not feeling good today. I was feeling angry. And I do it before I sleep, and I feel better, and I sleep better. So you can do it whenever you want. You can do it every day. You can do it twice a day. Do we have any more questions, Tina? Any more hands raised?
Lots of questions in the Q&A section, Luke. So there's another question. Inhale, exhale time, would these times be different?
It's up to you. As you practice this, sometimes your inhale could be 2 seconds. As you get better, it could be 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. It's up to you. And your exhales can be slow. So you don't have to put a time limit. But the more you practice this, you'll find that your inhales get longer and your exhales get longer. And when that happens, guess what's getting stronger? Your lungs. And you're going to feel more energy. You're going to feel more relaxation.
All right. Does your chest raise as well when you inhale? Anaya is asking.
Yes, that's a very good question. Your chest will raise, but first, your belly should raise. That's where the balloon is. So when you inhale, you want your belly to rise. And as you inhale more and more, you'll find your chest. And when you really deeply inhale, you'll find the tips of your shoulders also rise. Now that's a full breath. That's a complete breath. And as you do it more, you'll find that you can do that. So first the belly rises and then the chest. And when we're exhaling, first the chest will deflate and then the belly will deflate.
Thanks for that, Luke. Pravesh is asking, in deep breathing, do we have to hold our breath for a few seconds before exhaling?
Not necessary. Not necessary at all. But as you practice this more and more, when you're up the roller coaster, you've taken an inhale, you can sometimes take a break, hold your breath for 2-3 seconds, and then exhale again. And then inhale, come up the roller coaster, take a break for 2-3 seconds, hold your breath, and then come down. That's how it is.
All right. Gauri asks, can we add more affirmations to the list?
Yeah, we can. We can add 100 affirmations, but let's start by getting one right first, and then second and third and the fourth and the fifth. Once we practice this, we can do more affirmations. These 5 affirmations are the most powerful. I want that first to be in your heart and in your mind so that you never forget it. And then after that, we can move on to different affirmations. Okay, thanks everyone for your time. I hope you practice this. Remember, practice makes you perfect. If you want to get better at this, you can practice this. As children and as kids today, we understand that we have a responsibility on this planet. Okay, we can either choose to be like other people who are constantly angry and selfish and jealous, or we can choose to be different. It's very, very important. For that, we need to be calm so we know which thoughts we want to feed. Do you want to feed sad thoughts? If you feed sad thoughts, you're going to have more sadness. If you feed selfish thoughts, you're going to get more selfishness. If you feed more anger, you're going to get more anger. But if we feed happy thoughts, we're going to feel happy. If we feed kind thoughts, we're going to feel kinder and be kinder to people. So to be aware of all those thoughts in our head, that's why we meditate. Have a great day, everyone, and have a great weekend.